welcome. So wonderful to have you drop in with me. We are here to tap into your collective frequency to see how you're leading the charge into the new age. I have a really interesting and powerful download that's coming in for you, and I want to dive right into it. This is for any significant Aquarius placement. Also, if you have a prominent placement in that 11th house. Likewise, if you are Leo rising, then that makes you an Aquarius descendant, and you may find a lot of resonance with this message. But what's coming through Aquarius is that really this read and all reads to come are really collective reads, even when we're looking at the individual signs. And what was really coming through is that you are the pathfinder. You are the way through into the future. And you are teaching the collective how to transmute those energies that have held us back in states of oppression or fear or adherence to tradition, even when it doesn't serve the greater good. And you're helping us move out of that place of fear and into a place of our hearts and more of a collective vision moving forward into the future that helps bring together the world in a new sort of way that births a new beginning, a new chapter to open, where we each can decide how we can change this story. Think of a more lofty vision of how that story can unfold, where everybody is the main character. I like that. Where everybody is the main character, where everybody has the opportunity to really shine by their own right. And that's in recognizing that each person has something really worthwhile to contribute. And I feel like you're really being a mirror for the collective at this time. And so we're going to open up with the White Light Oracle here. And this is definitely a read for the collective, and then we'll dive into more of the personal Aquarian energies. But this has been coming in actually for a lot of the signs that I've been reading for this week, this little collective view, this collective lens piece. So it's giving me some thoughts about readings and how they're meant to come through at this time. And I'm almost getting this image of the way that the different zodiac signs are teachers to all of us, because truly they're helping us integrate a part of us. And that's not what we normally look at, right? Normally there's like rivalry between signs. This sign's better than that sign. And, looking at all the negative traits of different signs and so forth, that is, more of a kind of divisory kind of mindset. But instead, if we really recognize that we all have all of these astrological houses of the zodiac within our makeup, and that we are all interconnected and it is all one energy, we actually could really learn a lot from the other signs. We could learn a lot from each other. And you may be kind of helping people navigate something like this. You may be dealing with a situation where you're really trying to help people understand that the thing that they're struggling with, the person that they're struggling with, the issue that they're struggling with, it's actually really there as a teacher for them. And you may be starting to recognize this in yourself, Aquarius. You're really starting to understand how your greatest challenges and your most difficult relationships are actually giving you some kind of empowerment, because you're learning a lot about yourself and about others and life itself through the experience, through the exchange. So I got like enriching connections. They're not easy. Sometimes they're hard work, right? And that's the way it is when we plant anything that we hope to grow to a full harvest. There's hard work involved in tilling the soil and nurturing that growth, right? So there's elements of this coming in, and that's definitely a collective message coming in for the way forward to the future. So let's have a look here. What's coming through as the Pathfinder here? With energy on the back of these cards, that path that will lead to our North Node activation, that North Star guiding light to find our way through these darker times, okay? Because we are heading through unknown territory. So what is the message that wants to come through for the collective through the wisdom of Aquarius? What is the way through? What is the pathway through? Ooh, that flipped right up. Look at this. Telepathy of Terra Mater. Wow. I'm loving this. Yes. You are the seismic shift, Aquarius. You are that tension that's been built up in the land that's ready to rip through and really change the landscape. You're ready to shake things up. You're ready to take what's been too rigid and give it a little wiggle room. I got this kind of energy. I feel like you're very in touch with the collective pulse. Like you can feel the advent of change. And because you have Pluto in your sign right now, okay, that's also you very in touch with the subterranean. You know, Pluto is that deep dive into the underworld. So you can already feel the revolution like brewing beneath the surface. It's a revolution that's activating within you. You're shaking off everything that's held you in this place where you can't really move forward freely and have your free expression in your life and really feel like you are the main character in your life. Maybe you've been living according to other people's storylines. You know that this doesn't work. You know that you're here for bigger, bolder things. You're readying yourself to step into this. There's a certain vision that's awakening in you now because you can feel the change rising up through you. It's like a tower that's rising up from below rather than above. You feel the pulse of the land. Some of you feel like a real call to be stewards of the earth, like you feel a real call to tend to the land. You're very concerned about environmentalism. This is something really dear to your heart, and this may be the way that you're leading this charge. I feel like when you drop in with nature, at times when your vision feels clouded, that's when everything becomes crystal clear for you. And it's because you're picking up the heartbeat of Gaia. You're picking up the heartbeat of the earth. And as you come into alignment with like that great drum, you know, that reverberates, that pulsation that reverberates through all of creation, the heartbeat of creation, there's something here that's becoming clear for you where at first you couldn't see your way through the wood. You now pick up the scent of the trail. Right? So there's the pathway is being lit up ahead. And I'm going to go ahead and read what Alana Fairchild has to say about this, because she always brings in her own vision. And as the artist, you know, and I feel like art is a big way forward for the Aquarian age. I feel like we're all being asked to awaken that creative part of our consciousness and to bring something through to creatively contribute to the way forward. Creativity is the way to maintain balance between the towers, that which is being destroyed. If you keep the building of the new way forward, even amidst the towers falling, then there's an illumination that allows us to tap into that like guiding light. It helps us build a sense of optimism if we continue to build even within destruction. This can be a way to go through particularly difficult territory too, where you're dismantling your beliefs, where you're looking at yourself in a new way, where you're having a rebellion against certain things that have held you back or held you down, and you're ready to rise to the challenge, right? It's through building the new way forward, even as you're releasing the old. In whatever way you can do that, one small step at a time. That's what clears the road. And the direction becomes very focused. It becomes locked on where you're heading instead of where you've been. You can't go back that way. Yes, it's come to a close. And there's some kind of like spiritual maturity you're carrying forward with this, with 36 coming in, 9 coming in there. How do you focus that? Through the Virgo energy with 9 coming in there. So through really looking at practicalities, you know, practically building the way forward for the expansion you're wanting to experience in your life. And of course, this is occurring on a grand scale collective level as well. All right, let's check out what she has to say. She's the artist of these beautiful cards, and she also created their meanings the way that art can also be an oracle, you know, what you're inspired to create through your art is also kind of pointing a way through for you too. I'm getting this. Maybe art plays a real central role in your future, something you're creating. It's something you're really meant to contribute. Some of you are really having the artist awakened within you right now. You're really feeling that call to create something. Let's see what we got here. 36. Telepathy of Terra Mater. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally. Following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart. Even if it seems improbable or unattainable, it will manifest successfully. Earth Mother, or Terra Mater in Latin, is so much more than a physical being. She is also a goddess of great spiritual development, not to mention creative pizzazz. As a masterful practitioner of artful evolution, she creates butterflies from caterpillars, massive oak trees from marvelously odd little acorns, and a radiant soul from the flesh of a human infused with the eternal spirit. Her mind-bending skill in a miraculous magic of evolutionary manifestation can be relied upon to evoke far greater sublime beauty and rapturous delight than even the most inspired human imagination can conjure. As a sacred feminine being, she knows how to nurture the essence of all beings into fulfillment. She knows what your soul is divinely intended to become and what you need to meet your destiny. She has the resources and wisdom to support each soul in such a way that there is benefit for all beings. This is the applied genius of ecosystem intelligence. It is the antithesis of the lone wolf mentality of the ego and the heartwarming, spiritually empowering reality that none of us is in this alone. It's about the pack consciousness. I like that. I like that because Wolf came in so strongly for you. 1414, that is the way to instigate the change. And quite swiftly, actually, the more that we can come into that collective consciousness of we're all in this together, or how can we all benefit? How can we all receive? How can we all succeed? How can we all rise above those lesser natures that hold us back in suffering so we can see a way through for everyone to prosper, everyone to thrive, everyone to feel supported? We can learn to feel held in this unity consciousness, understanding that we have our own special role in the greater scheme of things. This will likely involve a process of healing past wounds of abandonment, neglect, and betrayal. Such healing allows us to gently cleanse the heart and settle into life with more trust and peace. We will understand that as we fulfill our own heart, we are contributing toward the fulfillment of all hearts. We will recognize at a deep intuitive cellular level that our soul fulfillment is never just about us as individuals. Whenever there is a genuine spiritual win, every being benefits. Egos may not like it. They may feel jealous or denied and will likely whinge and whine and perhaps try to undermine your spiritual progress by labeling your work as selfish or diluted or irrelevant. That is what egos do. Best to note it, have compassion for it, then ignore it, and get on with your sacred task. The oracle of telepathy of Terra Mater comes to you with the guidance of the Earth Mother that knows your spiritual destiny and how to help you fulfill your life purpose. Because, of course, that is why you are here in a body. She is on the side of your soul, of all souls, actually, because whilst egos may be at war, the soul is always on the same side, that of love, evolution, and enlightenment. The ways of Terra Mater are the ways of the divine feminine creatrix. She knows how to shape your life path to avoid pitfalls and provide you with all you need to know and experience so you are prepared for your next steps. She consistently nurtures the soul through the most improbable evolutionary leaps. One only has to contemplate the existence of a butterfly and how it becomes as such to know that logic and the predictable are not often her creative markers. She prefers the astonishing over the rational. What does this mean? Don't let your intellect stifle your imagination. Trust in the inspired idea, unconventional guidance, and heart-honoring intuitions that occur to you. Earth Mother will heal your soul and speak to your heart through the telepathic transmitter of your body. Take time to tune into your body and to her guiding genius. And it's interesting, all of this butterfly imagery coming in 17, 17, 8, 8, okay? 8, 8, 16, 7. That is like the divinity manifesting in the earthly reality. It's very interesting with that butterfly medicine because we got the butterfly effect, the ripple effect, and your house, the 11th house, Aquarius, deals all with the interconnectivity. It's also how can we use the access that we have to networks, in other words, the World Wide Web, in such a way where it can become a cosmic web of connectivity and creativity. So this is using our advancement in terms of technology in a new way, not sort of like blowing our load like we did back in Atlantis, okay, where it was a undoing, but actually activating a creative new way forward through technology that can be sort of a rebirthing of sorts for the collective. I also have been picking up this piece about the kachinas are stirring, and it makes me think of Butterfly Maiden and the stages of transformation and how that's really being activated collectively right now. We're all going through this process of earning our wings, and it's very symbolic of that journey from butterfly all the way back down. It's like we're being asked to, at this time, in this moment in between the eclipses, to sort of look back at the stages of transformation you've already gone through from the time you were just a caterpillar to when you entered into the cocoon. And then when you came all undone and were just this goop, this soul soup that had to learn how to come back together again in a new way. And how your individual journey is also that same journey that's mirroring the collective journey right now. And how we're all in this together and we're learning how to come back together in a new way. And I feel this is playing out in your personal life. You're learning how to come back together in a new way with people that you may have come undone from before. You're learning how to weave those webs of connection forward in a new way where it forms a beautiful tapestry where each has its part in what's being brought forward creatively now, birthing the new way forward into being. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of like visionary alignment that's coming through, but it's coming through in a very rootsy way for you, Aquarius. So this is the healing process that we can all tap into as we're moving forward into this Aquarian age. And especially right now, you're front and center too. I mean, we have Uranus, Jupiter conjunction coming in, and it's coming in on 420, okay? So there's something really awakening in you at that time, and it's going to light up the way ahead. I feel very strongly, and the part you play in it, but there's something you're very much anchoring in your material reality at that time, because you're sort of the head of the charge. You're really tapping into the pulse of the collective Aquarius. Here's the healing process. So all of the collective can drop in for this really, but I feel like it especially supports you, Aquarius, and what the collective needs to learn from you at this time. If practical, you can complete this process in nature. You could also make an offering by respectfully gathering treasured items such as a leaf of a flower, crystal, feather, scented woods, and resins, and create a medicine bundle. Become aware of your breath flowing in and out. Drop into your connection with the natural realm of our Earth Mother by grounding your awareness at your feet. You may sense the natural energy exchange that flows between the soles of your feet and the Earth's energy field. Become present. Imagine your feet can feel, hear, sense, and receive the sacred transmissions of the Earth Goddess. Let those transmissions rise up your legs and travel to your heart, along your arms, and out through your hands. In response to this, you may allow your body to make spontaneous movements, to sound, to meditate, to dance, to express from an authentic place without interpreting or analyzing. Let those transmissions continue to rise up to your throat where they can whirl in a sacred vortex of blue light, integrating into your system. That blue swirling light moves inwardly to bring you blessings and radiates outwardly to support the opening of your soul voice. 22:33 on the clock. Allow your awareness to naturally settle at your feet again. Feel, imagine, or intend to communicate love and gratitude to the Earth Mother from your heart through the soles of your feet. Sense the sacred bond between you and the earth. There is a constantly flowing exchange of healing and communication between you. Let go of what you have thought or demanded or expected or feared. Instead, be in this embodied communion with your mother now. She loves you and she knows best. Rest, play, and express here for as long as feels good. You have completed your healing process. Very beautiful. So yes, I'm getting this piece about connecting with a power place in nature. And that power place in nature can even be right outside your back door, in your own backyard, a tree that you drop into and that you nurture with your time, your care, your attention, and just spending time with that tree and really grounding out, connecting your root with the roots of that tree and drinking up the nourishment of the earth, and maybe working with this a bit, this visualization. It may really anchor you in your vision for moving forward. Really beautiful energy there. Really beautiful collective vision. Okay, let's get some Aquarius cards for those of you with strong placements to see how this is really being expressed for you individually in your life. All right, calling in Aquarius, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, Neptune, bringing in all those placements. 11th house, prominent placements, or Leo rising, Aquarius descendants. Please give some specific guidance on how they can charge this vision, lead the charge of this vision, how they can find their voice and as they're meant to express it in the world at this time. What they need to know at this time, bring it on through so they can be the teacher to the collective at this time, and you can learn through Aquarius as well. Bottom of the deck, look at this. Four of Wands, the celebration of rooting the vision, how we can all arrive there. There's something you're bringing into alignment here. It brings about a rectification in your life, and you're learning how to restore peace in situations where you've been dealing with conflict, Aquarius, right? So there's something that you are at the hub of bringing together here, and it's because you're able to have that more all-encompassing vision. You really do want to see how everybody can end up at this place where we can all celebrate together. You may be preparing for some kind of celebration too. For some of you, this is a reunion. For some of you, this is a healing of a specific relationship that's very dear to your heart. For some of you, it's a point of arrival, of your own healing process with the Nine of Cups. Some of you have been through a really deep personal healing journey. This could have taken root even in your physical body, and there's some kind of restoration happening here. I feel like you're receiving some deep, deep, profound healing. And there's a lot of celebration in this because of the way it extends to others as well. Yes, if you've been struggling with any kind of illness, it says here cures diseases. Healing preserves health. So I do feel there's something that is being radically restored here. You may have felt like it was something out of reach, or at times you may have believed it was a little impossible, but there's some kind of reclaiming happening here where you do believe that it is possible. It is possible to experience this healing. And this is happening for you. I feel like this is happening for you in your relationships, and it's also happening for you in your own physical body, in your own sense of vitality. There's something that's being sort of like reignited in you. It's like your fire, your inner fire, your desire, your will to really like drink in life, be part of the flow of life. In some cases, lead the charge, okay? Really coming in very strongly for you. And I think you are finding your path of purpose. And it's really bringing in a lot of fulfillment for you. But where you were dealing with physical health challenges, I feel you're really recognizing that much like the earth kind of cries out in rebellion because there's this disharmony in the planet and its inhabitants. It's also reflected in your inner ecology too. You may have been really taken on some of the burdens of the earth on a very, on a grander scale, okay, looking at it from that vantage point of macrocosm is reflected in microcosm right now. With the energy you're holding, you may have really been feeling in your physical body the mirror of what's happening planetarily, okay? A lot of you are very sensitive to energy. You're very sentient. You pick up the feelings, the vibration of what's happening on the planet within you, within the collective, within you. And there's something very profound about this because where you made this connecting point, there's something you looked at in terms of your relationships, as you healed your relationships, as you were willing to see a way through for everyone, and you came more into this collective unity consciousness within yourself. You found that your physical health also went through a restoration. You started to experience a profound healing. Some may even call this a miracle healing for some of you. I have to say. And in you healing yourself, you're actually making a radical contribution to healing the collective as well, because you're really holding this charge, okay? This is powerful personal healing, but you're understanding the way that interconnects on a broader scale, like a broader vision of it. Ace of Wands. And this is the birth of the new beginning. Big, bold, purposeful, passionate, dramatic action taken leads to fertility and multiplicity. Your blessings just continue to expand and grow. And it's because you have the right spirit around your blessings. You have the spirit of the potlatch. You have the spirit of, I give, what I am given. And it just continues to be refilled. It's like the coffers are always full. And this is what's helping to protect against despair, is that you already are in this spirit of gratitude. You are already grateful for your blessings. And it's because you're already grateful for your blessings, even though you may have gone through really difficult times, your blessings are being multiplied. So this is big blessing energy coming up for you. You may be passing through, the last closing of something right now, but just be patient because your blessings are on the other side. It's like it's already secured. Your flowers are already waiting there for you at the finish line. I got that, Aquarius. Okay, so it's all lining up for you, and it's because you've really been taking actions from a place of integrity. Something really beautiful is coming to root for you, Aquarius, out of the deep dive you've been doing, out of the healing work you've been doing, and the personal accountability and responsibility you've been taking for your own healing too. This is also coming through. Mind, body, spirit is the integration point. And it's something that brings a tangible blessing into your life. And those blessings multiply. And the blessings that come in for you are actually also, extended to all of those around you in your community. You have a generosity of spirit because you've truly tapped into the flow of abundance. God here. 4 of Cups, healing capacity, protection from weapons, safety in travel. Yes. It's like you put down the sword. You put down your swords. You don't feel a need to fight. You don't feel a need to compete. You don't feel a need to use sharp words. You've seen the way that causes so much disappointment and actually causes you to miss the gift of healing oneself. And it's when we heal ourselves that we really recognize the opportunity for celebration that comes in that, because through healing ourselves, we also create opportunity for healing for others. We get a chance to do things in a new way. And I feel like you are on a healing journey right now, and you are being protected, and there's safety in travel. And you're going to start heading down certain roads that you haven't had access to in a while. And this is allowing a particular wish fulfillment that's bringing about a deep, profound healing. I have not only within yourself, it's mind, body, spirit, but also you're healing with another. And this extends, it extends through your community. And it's sort of like one of those things, it's like a pay it forward kind of energy. There's people who will be inspired by your healing. And in that inspiration, it will spark healing in their lives as well. You'll see, watch how it rolls out, Aquarius. It's actually quite profound. Let me do a cut of the deck energy here for you and see what we got. King of Cups. It's so beautiful. You're reclaiming that Ace of Cups. King of Cups energy, restitution, finds stolen objects, and discovers the person responsible. And I think what you're discovering is that person is you. There's so much coming through personal accountability. I feel like you took up the challenge of the Ace of Cups to really heal yourself. And in that process, it's bringing you into alignment with healing with others. 33:55 on the clock. This is the change that's being activated in your life. You no longer have to go down this road alone. Now you're starting to heal with your family. You're starting to heal with your friends. You're starting to heal with your community. You're starting to heal with a very special love, very special lover. All of this energy coming in is beautiful. There's something you've really alchemized here. What's on the other side? King of Wands. Ooh, you are activating the cauldron of Dagda. Yes, the inexhaustible cauldron that's got something real good cooking, that's nourishing for everybody, and it's inexhaustible. There's so many blessings that are coming through this. You could be dealing with a water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be dealing with a fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is because you have come into a place where you've aligned with a certain truth, okay? And you know the action you need to take. And you're not going to hold your truth back any longer. You're acting upon your truth, and you're going to shoot your shot. And it pays off big because it lands you right in your heart. And there is your new beginning. Beautiful.